So now in this video we're going to talk about basically the 2N2222A component. Mostly we're interested in when you're trying to find the datasheet. You should actually always look for the datasheet of components you're using with the part numbers to get their electrical properties. But when you look up 2N2222A, you're probably not going to find a datasheet where it covers it in the TO92 package. Those datasheets are rare. There's a lot of datasheets though where it's in the TO18 package. And we're going to talk about some other datasheets coming up down here. But the TO18 is a metal version, and it appears to be a bit larger right there. I'm not sure exactly how large. I don't actually have any. But in any case, it can handle more collector current. More current can flow from collector to emitter. So you can switch higher current loads right there. That's the main thing. Now, both of these have just the 2N2222 version and the A version. If there's an A at the end, that just means that it can handle more voltage. So when it's off, you can build up 40 volts across collector to emitter with the A version, but only 30 volts if it doesn't have the A after it. So the A is just improved. Otherwise it should have the same electrical properties other than that voltage difference. Hopefully that makes sense. So moving down here, even though you won't find probably data sheets for the 2N2222, there are some out there, but they're really hard to find. Finding the PN2222 is not so hard, including with the A version right there. So when they stopped using the metal can version here, the TO18, and moved to TO92, apparently they just took the N2222 and put a P in front of it instead of a 2. So I guess P for plastic, I'm guessing, was their motivation. And I don't know, at some point maybe people didn't like that difference in part number, and so they just started making them in 2N2222. But the data sheets are still really easy to find for the PN2222, but not the 2N2222. So hopefully that makes sense. I actually do have some PN2222s. And that brings us to the next transistor. So I made a video saying that the pin layout was the same for these two. Somebody complained. They said, I have a P2N2222A, and the pin layouts are the opposite, which when it comes to collector emitter, which is actually the case right there. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And so I told them they don't have a PN2222A, they have a P2N2222A. So you got to pay close attention to the part numbers right there. Oftentimes transistors and other components will have some extra letters and stuff in front of them. In this case, it's not just extra letters, it's actually a different part number there. So hopefully that makes sense. But again, these three components, other than the collector and emitter in different spots for the P2 right there, but they have the same electrical properties otherwise. And the can here can handle more current. That's the main difference. So even though you have the 2N2222A, if you can't find the datasheet, whatever applies to the PN2222 and the A version should be the same. Just something to be aware of. And the metal can there, again, when it comes to the pin layout, so it appears to be the same as these two versions there. It's in the metal can. The base is sticking out on one side, whereas the emitter and collector are apart from each other. And in addition to that, there's a little metal tab that sticks out that is next to the emitter, but a little bit on the back side of the component there. So in any case, hopefully that helps for those of you that were looking for data sheets for the 2N2222 or the A version, and we're having problems because I found it really annoying until I did my research to see why the can keeps popping up so much. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I posted to the screen, and check out the links down below. They all help a lot. I'll see you in the next video.